OkBoomer is dividing generations, but what does it mean? Why, OkBoomer may be our best chance to bridge the intergenerational.
Harold?
Do you know what OkBoomer
Do you know what
means?
this means?
I can't believe the children of today would use such language against us.
It's
Just that they're lazy participation medalists are. Oh my goodness! How incredibly uniquely rude they are.
Millennials' extreme hatred for baby boomers is totally unjustified. OkBoomer. Honestly, very hilarious that boomers wrote 5,011 articles complaining about millennials, and it only took millennials 2 words to get boomers in their feelings. Hashtag OkBoomer.
Millennials, quit whining. I paid off $150,000 in student loans and own a $400,000 home because I save. It's not that hard. I make coffee at home. Bus instead of Uber. Shop sales. Had parents pay off my loans and buy me a house because I'm daddy's special boy. Got Hulu with ads.
If you call me a boomer, you are committing a hate crime. That's not what a hate crime is. Well, I hated it a lot, okay? Boomer is the N-word of ageism. Being hip and flip does not make bigotry okay, nor is a derisive epithet acceptable because it is new. Okay, boomer. I get it. It's hard to be a boomer. On one hand, all the shows the kids watch are so offensive. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned family entertainment? On the other hand, why are those darn millennials so offended by those good old-fashioned words everyone used to say? Not gonna comment on that one.
OkBoomer marks the end of friendly generational relations. Now it's war. Gen Z has finally snapped over climate change and financial inequality.
Boomers calls Gen Z stupid. Boomers calls Gen Z sensitive. Boomers calls Gen Z snowflakes. Boomers calls Gen Z. Okay, boomer. Boomers. But why? But why?
Everyone needs to stop enabling the homeless. They made choice that got them there. Why should we have to clean up the aftermath?
Okay, boomer.
I keep seeing y'all saying this everywhere. Is that supposed to be some new childish insult or something? God, you heckin' little crybaby bejas who think they're truly gonna get shiz free without paying for it have zero respect for anyone and are especially disrespectful to your elders, especially because they are trying to stop the degradation of our country for socialist and communist beliefs. You look more stupid than cool with your stupid heckin' boomer stuff.
I can't believe you called me a boomer.
Okay, boomer. Gen Z's generational slur now appears on t-shirts and hoodies. Slur.
Gonna cry?
When the boomer insults you so you start respecting his wife. The future is now, boomer.
Do we have a flavor called cup of coffee?
Okay, boomer.
You're probably someone who smoked the wacky tacky, and that's just there to cover it. You got high off your butt and put it the wrong way. Typical millennials.
Silence, boomer! Okay, boomer. Learn to dab, boomer. Dab. You millennials don't appreciate American values. Okay, boomer. Imagine how scary it must have been setting off from home in the olden days, knowing that if something went wrong, you would be completely stranded with no way to call for help.
People who lived in the 1980s before cell phones were so brave.
Okay, boomer. Baby boomers are always like,
Did you put those holes in jeans yourself?
I don't know, Susan. Did you put the hole in the ozone there yourself? 28 questions the world desperately needs every single baby boomer to answer. When boomers complain about us saying, okay, boomer, boomers realizing they've called us millennials as an insult for 20 years. Millennials? Oh, goodness.
I can't think of a single reason why they hate us. When I started just lazy. If they all got jobs that actually paid money, when we stopped buying avocado toast.
Okay, Boomer, a 25-year-old politician's response to heckling during climate crisis speech. If you haven't seen it yet, she's talking about the generational divide between those who have been serving for quite a while and herself. Okay, Boomer. When a baby boomer says some dumb stuff, and you can't even begin to explain why he's wrong, because that would be deconstructing decades of misinformation and ignorance, so you just brush it off and say, okay. Boomer.
Kids nowadays are so allergic. Back in my day, we ate bees and wiped our bums with poison ivy.
Non-boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. My girlfriend's explanation of why Okay, Boomer became a thing is spot on. Millennials tried for so long to explain using facts and evidence that they don't actually have it that easy and aren't just lazy, but it became very clear that boomers don't care about facts, evidence, or reality for that matter. So this is what has resulted. We've given up. I feel like Okay, Boomer is the kind of equivalent of, wow, you're so horribly wrong, but I don't have the time or energy to repeatedly explain something to you that you're not going to listen to anyways. Yeah, I could summarize my response with, yup.
Oh, bother.
Sweet heckin' Jesus, Boo! That's not honey! You're reading Boomer comics! Technology bad. What if you were depressed? But Boomer said, you are too young to feel tired like that. You should be full of energy. You just need to go outside. Bum 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 out of touch old people who lack self-awareness and personal responsibility. Reddit. Okay, Boomer. Gen Z. Okay, Boomer. Gen Z are the true heroes in this. They've coined a term to save us millennials from continually having to make logical, fact-based arguments. Name-calling from the children to the name-calling of the adults.
Boomer is the N-word of ageism.
Being hip and flipped is
Welcome to Boomer Street. 1915.
Tag, you're it.
2015. Hashtag, you're it. Get it? This one's a bit of a thinker, because the hashtag, that's what, you might remember that being called the pound symbol, you know, for our rotary phones, or you might remember it as the number symbol when the rotary phone went out of style. But now, children of today have evolved this symbol into meaning something else. Hashtag.
I hate when a 22-year-old speaks to me like we're on the same level. Yes, we are both technically adults, but you need half a dozen real adult heartbreaks, some dark bouts with alcoholism, about a decade of depression, and a rock bottom before you approach me as an equal.
Oh, so true.
Okay, Boomer. Gatekeeping adulthood.
I face different adversity than you face, so you can't say that you're a
See? This is called the outdoors.
Oh, I've seen this level on my video games. See, this one's another thinker because, yes, you can see the parent has clearly dragged him away from his video gaming console from the home, as you can see by the cable dragging behind him, and he's only just ripped his eyes away from the TV long enough to realize there's a real world out there. People these days, £675 suit, £300 shirt, and £0 brain. They don't even realise they can sell their brain. That stuff's got value. Well, I always say, dress the part that you want to have. And then when they actually spend money on clothes, we just mock them for it. How much is a brain? Oh, the answer to that last question makes the thief's motives seem more okay, but then brains aren't worth a whole lot. Oh, but the eBay customer who tipped off the authorities of the crime bought 6 jars of brain matter for only $600. What? Oh no. When I was your age, I defeated the Nazis in Holland.
On Xbox or PlayStation?
Humor is contagious. Oh, don't you like this meme that I found in the newspaper, then took a photograph of, and then put on the internet to then share with all of you? Oh.
Ellen called Generation Z kid a millennial. Went to see if anyone mentioned it. Surprise, surprise. Oh, okay.
The internet has made so many things obsolete, like maps, phone books, and rotary phones. Ellen was curious to see how young people would function without the World Wide Web, so she challenged a 17-year-old to use all three, creating hilarious results.
Comments are turned off. Okay, Boomer.
I want to say whatever comes to my mind, but don't you dare critique it.
Matthew Ingebrigtsen. 5 trees. Okay, Boomer. Zoomers. Some lettering I did while bored in class. Oh, very cool. Penmanship is something that is going out of style. You can absolutely combat the logics of boomers today by practicing your penmanship.
Kids of today can't even understand cursive. Oh, what will they do? What if we just start writing in cursive? It'll be like a coded language. Oh.
Yeah, you do you.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, Boomer. I have not heard a single reasoned argument against using the phrase "okay, Boomer" to rebut regressive ideology and commentary. A generational divide existed, one that was aggressively against struggles the young faced, and to counter the name-calling and circular conversations, the youth have quietly shown us that if those who have had their time will not give way to progress, then they are no longer relevant. Hashtag OkBoomer. Alright, my Beardos and Weirdos. I had a whole other video planned. I'd already started editing it. I have it like mostly ready to go, and I just decided, hey, why don't we just do this one instead? So I really hope you like this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Thank you for all of the suggestions, especially those on stream who have suggested that I make this. If you haven't jumped on one of the streams, definitely do. There's going to be a lot of videos upcoming from that in the future when I've got time to edit them and whatnot, but hey. My Beardos and Weirdos, thank you so much for jumping in on another video. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, hit me up in the comments below. I really like reading everyone's comments. And even if you just want to write, "Okay, Boomer," in the comments, totally go for it. I gotcha. Alright, my Beardos and Weirdos, we'll see you in the next one, where we take it one topic at a time. Roll that outro. Hey, my Beardos and Weirdos. Typically, right now, I'd be reading out all the patron names, the names of everyone everyone that is supporting the channel. But
Well, what does it mean? Harold, do you know what this means?
Margaret, do you know what "okay, Boomer" means? It sounds rude.
I can't believe the children of today would use such language against us. Don't they know we raised them and that we know better?
Oh, it's just that they're lazy children. I can't believe how entitled these participation medalists are. Oh my goodness, oh, how incredibly uniquely rude they are.
I can't think of a single reason why they'd hate us. We built this economy. They're just lazy. If they all got jobs that actually paid money and stopped buying avocado toast, oh, they'd be in better shape. Why, I made 25 cents on the dollar when I started working in the coal mines, and those were real days, back when we had family values.
Oh, Jeremy, I can't believe children aren't willing to get jobs these days, and don't they know they have to put in the extra work to get promoted? Oh, things aren't just handed to them. I can't believe how they just want things handed to them. How ridiculous do they think they are? Oh my goodness.